Hi everybody, this is Seham. Next Thursday, January 11th, I'm beginning a 4-week series on out-of-the-box listening skills. It's going to be 4 Thursdays from 10:15 to 12:15 in Talbia, Jerusalem in person. And listening skills are something that I'm passionate about. I've been teaching for over 25 years. And these particular skills are for personal and or professional growth, as well as for men, women, and couples. And we're going to open a few things, and we're going to do them in creative ways and create a lot of space for our own experience so that we can learn from the inside. So it's not going to be so much of lectures. It's going to be a very experiential workshop. So one of the things that we're going to be looking at is how do we listen? How are we, I guess you could say, good listeners? And how are we not so good listeners? What gets in the way of our listening? In our society, we're actually really not taught how to listen. We don't really learn how to really listen to another person in a way that allows the person, and in some ways this is also about ourselves, like how do we even listen to ourselves? Do we let ourselves or another person go through a process to uncover what's inside? And if we are listening to another person, how do we notice what makes us uncomfortable in that exchange so that we might, for example, if somebody's going through something, we might try to fix it or give advice, or something uncomfortable they say and we want to tell a story about our own experience. So how do we become really aware of these places in ourselves so that it's like having kind of like a dual screen or dual consciousness, where we notice what's coming up for us and are able to have space for our own experience and still hold space for the other person. Or if we can't do that, to even say maybe it's not a good time for the conversation right now. So that's one area that we're going to explore. And also we will look at the energetics of listening, which is basically the idea that it's not just words, it's also how a person speaks and how are we present with the energy. So, for example, someone could be someone who speaks very, very slowly, or maybe you're someone who speaks very slowly. Or maybe that energy is very uncomfortable. Maybe it's comfortable, maybe it's not. And in the space of being present with someone who speaks very slowly, do you try to fill in the gaps or not? So that's one kind of energy. And then maybe there's someone who speaks very, very, very quickly, or maybe you're someone who speaks very, very quickly, and that's a whole different kind of energy. You can just feel in your body how different this is than the other energy, and maybe this is an energy that's comfortable for you, and you have no problem listening to someone who speaks like this, and maybe it's also something that you do, or sometimes I know I can often speak like this very quickly, and maybe sometimes I'm comfortable with it and sometimes I'm not. So and there's many different qualities of energy and different ways that these energies dance with each other and different ways that we are comfortable or not. And so part of listening is becoming conscious of energetics and learning how to, again, create space inside of ourselves and to find ways to resonate, which is a whole topic that we'll explore what that means. And we'll also look at how to ask questions that open conversation, or open process is a better word, to open process. So that's a little nutshell. If you'd like more information or to register, please be in touch with me. Thanks for listening and have a great day.